in that the bass starts on the A, and of course we don't have an F going down, so he has to go up to the F, to the upper octave, so we have, right? And so it makes it more difficult actually than usual to bring out the bass, right? Now, I notice that you are moving back and forth from one string to the other. I think it might be easier if you, well, you play this on the G string because it's the only place we can, and then keep it here. So now. And this E actually is a bass note, even though it comes on the weak part of the beat, but it's not G sharp. That's the bass, but rather and going to there, right? So I think it is rather important that you carry this line of the bass and focus your attention on it. It's very interesting. If you think about it, I will hear it. You don't have to do anything special. You don't want to give an accent. You don't want to do any fussing. Just think about the bass, and I will hear it, okay? You see, the A is the bass, so. And again, you go from this, and again, you have a dissonance, so. Right? You know, because we play the violin and not the piano. A pianist or a harpsichord player can play 5 notes together because they have, 10 notes together. They have 10 fingers and they can play 1 note with each finger. We cannot play more than 2 notes together, to be truthful. We pretend that we play 4, but we don't. Okay, so a lot of what we do is creating illusions. Okay, so this needs to have the illusion of being a double stop. Okay, and this is the bass. So we need you to be able to explain to us all of these things, without exaggerating. Yeah, do you have you don't need that. If you do it on one bow and you let it go, because it's an ornamentation, so we don't need to say, you don't play like that, of course, but you don't need to articulate every note. Just show me, right, that there is a line that is leading me up. Yeah? So for example, that G sharp is a bass note. So, and now it goes to the G. You see, you would have expected it to go there, but it goes, right? And this is where our modulation happens. So it's a very important note. And you didn't play the G sharp like it was very important. I'd like to make one more comment. Bow distribution is our tool for showing motion, okay? If you use an even bow speed, it doesn't actually give any motion. Motion is shown by changing bow speed. So when you do something like then we don't have you see, because you have to ask yourself, why does he write 2 and 2? Why isn't it? Or he wants something, right? And I think it's a grouping of the notes. And it means that they don't sound exactly the same. And therefore, I suggest that you think about how you could vary the speed of your bow to show how you want this grouping to be. Excellent. I think I would suggest that it indicates slightly lightening of the second note rather than, right? Yeah. Do you need the whole bow?
No.
See how much you need.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to use little bow. I want you to use as much as you need, not more.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. You know, if you were thinking about it as one unit, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but rather because it's actually just one chord.